All right, friends, it's T-Man. I'm back with a new video, bro. It's an educational video today. Yeah, man. So they came up, there's a new study on age reversal pill for dogs. Reveals interesting results that could help our pups live longer. There's a guy, I've seen this already a while ago. I just posted in my community section. I should have put it up a while ago because I couldn't post anything the previous week, but I knew about this video already. So let me pop it up here. Hold on. So it's this.
All right, so I'm about to blow your.
So it's this guy right here. Age reversal pill. It's by Secular Talk. Study age reversal pill works in dogs. The Kyle Kolinsky show. Well, I'm going to show you how to do it naturally because somebody once asked me how to reverse aging. Really is about telomeres. Okay, so they go through a bunch of stuff here. The company's called, I don't know, it's called Telomere Pharmaceuticals with an I. Here it is. CEO of Telomere Pharmaceuticals, Dr. Christopher whatever Chapman. So the most important part is here. They talk about if you can increase telomeres, you can reproduce stem cells and keep repairing things so you can literally get younger. Remember what they said here. So they lengthened the dog's telomeres by 200%. Their cancer was cured, the dogs, the arthritis and everything. They became like brand new dogs again. All right. If you can increase telomeres, you can reproduce stem cells. But here's the thing. If you can reproduce stem cells, then you can increase telomeres. See that? So this is called reverse engineering. They're telling you if you can increase telomeres, which you can't increase, you physically, like you can't, they're going to give you a pill, they're going to increase it, and then you're getting stem cells. Well, like I said, I'm going to show you how to do it without pills, okay, whatever. Reverse engineering. We're going to go from stem cells to telomeres. It's really simple because that's kind of like what I'm doing right now. All right. No, I'm not joking. That's really what I'm doing right now. That's even my program, what I'm doing in bodybuilding, does this. It literally does this. It gives you more stem cells and it increases your telomeres. I'm not joking. All right, so Dr. Rosen, he said that the drug's preclinical data from a past study looking at vivo human cells indicated that it made telomeres lengthened by 200%. That's a pill. I don't know. It works in dogs. Does it work in humans? I can't tell you. But I can tell you how to increase your telomeres. First, you have to increase your stem cells. So let me show you something here. Hold on a second. So you can see here, it's in PubMed. It's called Satellite Cells in Aging. Use it or lose it. Yeah. I think they have a longer version here. Okay, this is a longer version of it. Right here. But I'm going to go over the short version because we don't really need this. The short version is good. So, satellite cells in aging, use it or lose it. That's the major stem cell because your muscles are a major organ, bro. Anyways, all right. So individuals that maintain healthy skeletal tissue tend to live healthier, happier lives as proper muscle function enables maintenance of independence and attenuation of autonomy. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I mean, if you're poisoning yourself with an artificial diet, then your independence is definitely going to be compromised, yes. So the onset of skeletal muscle decline begins around the age of 30. Why does skeletal muscle decline? Why does it begin around the age of 30? Well, because your telomeres are already shortening. They're shortening because of whatever it is that you're doing there. Poisoning yourself with artificial diets and exercise and doing a bunch of weird stuff, stressing yourself out. There's a decline in these stem cells too. So they go hand in hand. That's what I read. In science, they go hand in hand, okay? But we're going to reverse engineer. And muscle atrophy is associated with a number of serious morbidities and mortalities. Well, yeah, muscle atrophy, but the muscles that you're born with, that they don't really just atrophy, okay? I don't know what they're talking about, but whatever. Unless, of course, you're doing something really bad that you're atrophying your muscles. I don't know. Maybe you're exercising them to death. So, satellite cells are responsible for regeneration. Listen to the word. Satellite cells are responsible for what? Regeneration of skeletal muscle and enter a reversible non-dividing state. That is the major stem cell you want to target, the satellite cell. Everything else will follow suit. If you can regenerate these stem cells, these satellite stem cells, then everything else will follow suit. That's how it works. So, okay, so therefore regeneration, whatever, skeletal muscle, and they enter a reversible non-dividing state of quiescence. They're quiescent. See what I mean? They're quiescent. We want them to be quiescent under homeostatic conditions. What's homeostatic? What you being normal, a normal person, homeostatic. You're not doing anything to damage your body or fuck up your body or whatever you're doing there. I don't know. All right. In response, so listen to what they say. This is how you get your telomeres to become longer, and you extend more. You get more of these stem cells. You increase the stem cell pool, and that will increase your telomeres. All right. So, in response to injury, satellite cells are able to activate and re-enter the cell cycle, creating new cells. Did you hear what they said? Creating new cells. They're going to create more of these satellite cells, and more muscle cells, satellite cells, whatever, to repair and create nascent muscle fibers. And here it comes, while preserving a small population that can return to quiescence for future regenerative demands. Now, you can expand that pool. That satellite cell pool can be expanded with every adaptation that you get, if you're able to get them. I don't know if you're able, maybe you're not, maybe you don't know what you're doing. With every response to injury, right? In response to injury, when these satellite cells are activated, then you're able to expand the satellite cell pool. That's what happens. And every time you expand it with an adaptation, the telomere lengthens. I'm not joking, man. I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I'm serious. All right. So it creates new cells to repair and create nascent muscle fibers while preserving a small amount for a population that can return to quiescence for future, what do they say, for future regenerative demands. See that? Yeah. However, in aged muscle, satellite cells that experience prolonged quiescence, that's why we don't want aged muscles to experience prolonged quiescence, will undergo programmed cellular senescence. That's what happens. They undergo programmed cellular senescence. All right. An irreversible non-dividing state that handicaps the regenerative capabilities of muscle. And if you handicap the regenerative state of the regenerative capabilities of muscle, well, your telomeres, they're shortening, and your lifespan will get short, and you will die. This review examines how, listen to what they say, this is the secret. This review examines how periodic activation, listen to what they said, periodic activation. They didn't say chronically activating like Jason Blaha and all these other fitness gurus lifting in the gym 5, 6, 7, 8 days a week, okay? It's periodic. Periodic means very periodic activation and cycling of satellite cells through exercise can mitigate senescence. Wow, it can mitigate senescence acquisition and myogenic decline. What's myogenic decline? The decline in satellite cell, it's myogenic. So you can wear off myogenic decline and the senescent acquisition. Yeah, you can mitigate whatever. It can mitigate senescent acquisition, so it can rid you of the senescent acquisition, the senescent cells building up, whatever. You get the point? Now, senescent cells, when they build up, you start looking really old, but it will remove them because the telomeres will be lengthened because the satellite cell pool has expanded. This is what you would call reverse engineering. You understand me? Reverse engineering. And here's another thing. To lengthen telomeres, which you probably have no clue. Um, what do you call it? Positive nitrogen balance. You being in a positive nitrogen balance, eating protein, of course, no fake diets, artificial diets, or anything like that. You need to be in a positive nitrogen balance, which makes you anabolic, which is based on eating protein, which is a high nutrient diet, will make you anabolic, will also lengthen your telomeres, and your functionality will come back. Yeah, I'm not joking, bro. I don't know if I can bring it up and they'll mention it in here. I'm not sure. Hold on. So, impact of nutrition on telomere health, systematic review of observation. Okay, telomere length, TL, is highly correlated to chronological age and metabolic status. Individuals with shorter telomeres are at higher risk. They are. But I know that positive nitrogen balance is associated with longer telomeres because I don't know. I read it somewhere a long time ago. That's why people keep asking me, "What are you doing in the buffet eating all that protein?" I'm not eating protein. I'm trying to get vitamins and minerals and amino acids, okay, in my body. I'm trying to overload my body with it to increase the telomere length. That is another way to do it, to overcome aging. The aging processes are affected by energy balance, focused on the effects. Okay, here's another one. They tell you protecting telomere length. Yeah, it's regular, okay, whatever. No, the physical activity thing, not regular physical activity, doesn't do that. It shortens your telomeres and stuff. I don't know if they're talking about fruit juices here. Um, yeah, it's still coming up the same. What are the benefits of positive nitrogen balance? Okay, here it is. A positive nitrogen balance, known as anabolism, is important for wound healing, recovery from illness, and growth. It is, but it's also associated with longer telomeres. A positive nitrogen balance consists of a greater daily nitrogen intake as compared with nitrogen excretion. That's why vegan diets, they're low in, they're falling apart. The vegan compilation, because they're catabolic. So their telomeres are shortening. That's why they give up on the vegan diet and then they go carnivore. Because it's not associated with positive nitrogen balance. Vegan diets are associated with negative nitrogen balance, which is shortening your telomere, which will shorten your lifespan. Again, what increases telomere length? Well, they're going to tell you focus on plant-rich diet for longer telomeres. Give me a break. Plants are toxic. If they're toxic, they shorten your telomeres. That's how stupid this is. When looking at isolated foods, unrefined grains, nuts, and seeds, and coffee were all associated with longer telomeres. How about that, eh? That's a joke. Coffee's toxic, right? Think about it. Coffee is toxic. These seeds have cyanide in them. These nuts have cyanide. Grains are terrible. They shrunk our brains and our bodies. They domesticate us. So these toxic foods, they're going to increase telomeres because they want you to shorten your telomeres. Remember, do the opposite of everything the government tells you, okay? If they say toxic plants are good, are going to increase your telomeres, don't do it. Eat your natural diet as a carnivore, and that will make you positive nitrogen balance. It's kind of obvious that vegan diets are failing these people, okay? What is the best supplement to lengthen telomeres? Well, I don't know about supplements. CNE, yeah, but that's already in carnivore diet, or whatever you want to call it, carnivore. So this one's important. What nutrients lengthen telomeres? That's why I'm eating a very high nutrient diet, because I get all these naturally in my foods. I posted this in my community section. I posted this about lengthening telomeres. Probably you've seen it. So vitamin C, D, E, folate. Folate's very important, keratin, and minerals like zinc and magnesium, which a lot of these can only be found in meat products, animal products. They're not found in any of these plants. Have shown positive effects in protecting against oxidative stress. Definitely. You're getting oxidative stress even just breathing, walking around. Okay. And inflammation, which leads to telomere protection and are positively associated with telomere length in humans. See that? That's the reason why I'm eating a very high nutrient diet. Now, what does a positive nitrogen balance affect muscle gain? How does it affect muscle gain. Positive nitrogen balance ensures increased protein synthesis and decreased muscle breakdown. That's what you want. You always want to have a higher increase in protein synthesis than a breakdown of proteins. You understand me? Yeah, people are going to lie to you and say, well, you only need 100 grams of protein. No, man, you need a lot. And I'm talking a lot. The older you get, the more you want. That's the whole point. Okay, nitrogen balance, you can gain muscle just as effectively while in a caloric deficit as you can while on calorie surplus or achieve body recomposition. There you go. It's kind of obvious. How to reverse telomere aging or shortening? Dietary restriction, appropriate diet, high fiber. No. None of these things. Positive nitrogen balance does that. And I told you already the other one that I read to you already. So, which is hold on, the satellite cell aging in aging. Use it or lose it. There you go. That explains how to get it. That explains everything. It's called. We would call that reverse engineering. Okay, so you can use bodybuilding as something to lengthen your telomeres and the satellite cell pool, and you can keep living longer and stronger. You won't have any problems. I found that I'm completely healed. All my problems are gone. My nerve damage and everything, it seems to be going away. Because I read in Science, it said something about overeating protein, and there's a nerve doctor. I even listened to her videos. She's a nerve doctor. She talked about eating a lot of protein, force feeding protein and these nutrients, whatever, and you'll overcome it. And I have. I can run again super fast. A lot of things are happening. I don't know. A lot of positive things are happening. Like I said, you have to put some of this information together, and then you need to try it. I just post my videos and I talk and show you what I'm eating. But I did this the whole summer, June, July, August. I've been eating like this like crazy. And I'm telling you, I'm a totally different person. I mean, totally different, bro. Like functionality, power, speed, and everything. Strength, power, speed, and performance has definitely like increased, like come back like big time. I just feel super young, man. I mean, fucking super young. My sleep is like as if I was a teenager again and stuff. I feel like I'm 18. It's ridiculous. Anyways, tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I'll see you in the next one. It was quite an interesting report. Yes. Age reversal pill.
Your mind here, man. ABC7 had a video where they were doing this drug trial in dogs.
Yeah.
And basically the idea behind it is we know that the length of what's called your telomeres in your body sort of is a great indicator of how long you're going to live, right? If you have short telomeres,
Yeah, that's the truth. The reason why a lot of people drop off, even young people sometimes, whatever, and they go, natural causes, they didn't know. They got their telomeres for some reason shrunk down to the point where they died. They died because your body wasn't able to replicate any more cells. Yeah, they just died. So you definitely want to use bodybuilding as a form to keep increasing the satellite cell pool. That's what we call it. We call it the satellite cell pool. I don't know if I can bring this up, man. Look.
According to Physiopedia, the satellite cell pool can increase as early as 4 days following a single bout of exercise and is maintained at higher level following several weeks of training. Cessation of training is associated with a gradual reduction of the previously enhanced satellite cell pool.
That's the problem with lifting. There's a reduction. Cessation of training is associated with a gradual reduction of the previous enhanced satellite cell pool. What is that enhanced satellite cell pool? You want to know what it looks like? The satellite cell pool can increase as early as what? 4 days following. Listen to what they say, a single bout of exercise. What is a single bout? That's when it increases. Well, I'll explain that. So,
according to Physiopedia, delayed onset muscle soreness, DOMS, also known as muscle fatigue. According to NCBI, A unique feature of eccentric exercise is that untrained subjects become stiff and sore the day afterwards because of damage to muscle fibers.
Oh, keep that in mind. A unique feature of eccentric exercise is that untrained subjects get what? Become stiff and sore, right? Okay. So keep that in mind. Remember, untrained muscles get damaged. Untrained muscles get damaged. All right? It's the damage part that we're looking for. We want to increase the satellite cell pool. Now, this one here, delayed onset muscle soreness DOMS, also known as muscle fever is sore. This too has the same effect. Muscles after unfamiliar, unaccustomed, intense exercise, the soreness is thought to result from temporary what? Muscle damage. That's what they were talking about in the aging use it or lose it. So injury, they mean damage, okay? All right, what does that look like? Okay, so nuclei acquired by overload exercise. We're expanding the satellite cell pool. This is how we expand it. Remember they said periodic lifting, periodic. That would make you unaccustomed, unfamiliar, and untrained if it was periodic. They're talking about very periodic, okay? Like I'm talking like very periodic. Okay, so what did they say here in this map? It says untrained first training. Listen to what they say, untrained first training satellite cell fusion hypertrophy. What is that? The satellite cell, what is it doing, the satellite cell? It's fusing to what? It's fusing to the fibers, creating fibers and fusing to that fiber, right? Yeah. So you have now expanded the satellite cell pool. That's what they were telling you, what that pool thing when we were reading it, that's what they did. They expanded the satellite cell pool. See that? You've now expanded the satellite cell pool, but it has reached a myonuclear domain size limit, a ceiling limit beyond where the satellite cell can donate any more extra nuclei to that domain to support further muscle growth. See what I'm talking about? So in order to get over myonuclear domain, how do you get over myonuclear domain? It's really simple. I'll bring this up again like I did before. Unfamiliar and unaccustomed intense exercise gets what? It results in what? Temporary muscle damage. There you go. Unfamiliar, unaccustomed exercises. What else gets it? Well, a unique feature of untrained muscles. So hold on a second.
According to NCBI, a unique feature of eccentric exercise is that untrained subjects become stiff and sore the day afterwards because of damage to muscle fibers.
Yeah, they consider this an injury. When injuries activate the satellite cell. So they're telling you right here, they tell you the satellite cell pool can increase as early as 4 days following what? A single bout of exercise. That was a single bout of exercise. And then it's protected. Remember, listen to the word, single bout of exercise. Okay, what protects it?
According to PubMed, the repeated bout effect in eccentric biased exercises is a well-known phenomenon, wherein a second bout of exercise results in attenuated strength loss and soreness compared to the first bout.
Yeah, it is, but it's protected. That's the problem. See, here's what happens. So they said in the first bout, right? But here's what happens. Here's what happens in the second bout, a repeated bout. Well, it says here the understanding of the repeated bout effect. The repeated bout effect, the protective effect against muscle damage from what? A single bout of eccentric exercise. So it protects muscle from a single bout of eccentric exercise. There's no more bouts. There's no more damage. And if there's no more damage, there's no more bouts, there's no more expanding the satellite cell pool. See what I'm trying to explain to you? That's the tricky part. That's why you can't build muscle. Your body doesn't want to build muscle. If you do actually build real muscle, then the satellite cell pool will expand and your telomeres will get longer. They'll get longer. I'm not joking. They'll get longer. And you can keep repeating this cycle. You can actually atrophy some of it and then keep repeating the cycle, getting new nascent muscle fibers, new cells all the time. And you can constantly keep expanding that satellite cell pool by periodically activating in unaccustomed, untrained, unfamiliar forms. Get it? Yeah. Now, it's not gonna happen with a repeated bout, but it will happen eventually when the muscles are repaired and remodeled. See what I mean? So yeah, we go back here, right? Hold on a second. Let's go back here again. What they say, the satellite cell pool can increase as early as 4 days following a single bout of exercise, and is maintained at higher level following several weeks. It's maintained for several weeks. Yeah. Of training. But there's a cessation of training. A cessation of training is associated with what? A gradual reduction of the previous enhanced satellite cell pool. So if you stop training, then that satellite cell pool, there's a cessation. Yeah, there's a gradual reduction of the previous enhanced, listen to what they say, enhanced satellite cell pool. You want to know why they use the word enhanced? Because satellite cells enhance you. They enhance your performance. These nuclei that are donated by the satellite cell, they enhance performance. Look.
According to NPR, nuclei power the building of more muscle, making them a bit like factories, says Gunderson. The more nuclei, the bigger and stronger the muscle.
Yeah, but here's the problem: you reached a myonuclear domain size limit. That's the problem with that. See that?
According to Garage Strength, as satellite cells are activated and then proliferate, they undergo chemotaxis. They cross into the muscle fiber and enter the site on the myofibril location. As they get to the myofibril, they ultimately donate their nuclei, leading to hypertrophy of the myofibers, making the muscle denser and ultimately stronger.
Yeah, but here's the problem with that.
According to Singapore Medical Journal, we also proposed an MND ceiling size of approximately 31,000 cubed, which reflects the maximal transcriptional capacity of myonuclei. On the other hand, the type 1 fibers showed a greater reserve for synthetic capacity in hypertrophy.
They do, but we want type 2. You don't want just type 1. That's the problem with that. So you can hear it. Muscle has a nuclear domain limit. So that first session, the first bout and everything, that's where it all comes from. So MND size has a ceiling limit during hypertrophic process beyond which extra myonuclei are donated by the satellite cell to support what? Support further muscle growth. That's the problem, because also, like it told you here, the computer, we also propose an MND ceiling size of what? 31,000 UM3 whatever, which reflects the maximum transcription capacity of myonuclei. That can be a problem too. Now, is it finite? Well, man, it's that domain limit. Now, here's the problem. You're probably not understanding. There are different domains. So you may be adapted to one domain, but you can increase that domain limit, providing you do something you're unaccustomed, unfamiliar, or untrained doing. Now, if you're trained doing it, you can't get over it. It doesn't work that way. So, on the other hand, the type 1 fibers showed a greater reserve for synthetic capacity and hypertrophy. Well, that helps too, but they're slow muscle fibers, and that's really good for power lifters and maybe, weightlifters, type 1. But in real athletes, we want type 2 because we want to be faster. So we try to move for more adaptation so we can keep expanding the satellite cell pool and get more nuclei. The more nuclei you can bank on, the more your performance is enhanced. Yeah. Yeah, okay, so it tells you here in Fusion. Hold on.
According to HealthLink BC, improving muscular strength and endurance. This involves working a muscle or group of muscles against resistance to increase strength and power. Resistance training can include using equipment like medicine balls or weight machines, resistance tubes or bands during exercises.
Yeah, okay, so if you've never used a medicine ball, you can bounce it off this thing, keep throwing it and bouncing it and bouncing it. That would be something you're unaccustomed to. That is a domain. It eventually will adapt. So it won't work anymore. But yeah, nuclei. Yeah, it's not coming up. Let me see, hold on. Yeah.
According to Physiopedia, satellite cells are activated through various signaling pathways as a response to exercise. SC responses to acute and chronic resistance exercise are similar in males and females, and SC in myonuclear accretion is related to training-induced muscle fiber hypertrophy.
Yeah, okay, they're taking it from satellite cell Physiopedia, I don't know. Become active. Following acute muscle injury, satellite cells, stem cells become activated, proliferate, differentiate into myoblasts, which fuse to form new myofibers. So you're getting new cells, new myofibers, new stuff. You're increasing the satellite cell pool. That's the whole point.
According to Frontiers, from various animal studies, it has been well established that skeletal muscle satellite cells are essential for muscle fiber repair and/or regeneration.
That's why you want to increase the pool. Get it? You increase that pool, you increase the telomeres increase, and then the pool increases itself too. So reverse engineering. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. I don't know what else to say there. It was an interesting report. So I'll see you in the next one. Ciao, friends.